Alright, this is the second video for addition and subtraction of whole numbers and decimals. In the first video, we talked about the addition and subtraction strategies that second and third graders use to solve addition and subtraction problems. We then talked about how it's an expectation for fourth graders to master the standard algorithm by the end of fourth grade. However, we have to go back to base 10 blocks and pictorial models to help them make the transition and understand regrouping and the why behind the regrouping process. So, today we're going to focus mainly on page 2 of your instructional talk, starting about right here. We're going to talk about addition and subtraction word problems and problem solving. So, students in fourth grade need to solve one-step and two-step addition subtraction problems. Of course, we're going to make sure we're giving problems with both whole numbers and decimals. QT is huge here. This is where students should be using the QT process and writing it out, not circling and underlining, but actually pulling out the information from the problem and putting it in some sort of graphic organizer on their paper for each operational word problem. This has to be an expectation from you. Anytime you model a word problem without QT or anytime you accept work without QT, you are showing students it is not important and it's not valuable to do. So it has to be an expectation and it has to be a priority in your classroom. So QT is to be modeled and required for each operational word problem for both you and your students. All right, make sure that we are not teaching keywords. Remember the action posters. Make sure that you have them posted in the room and that you're referring to them. So when students say, Ms. Greer, says total, so we're going to add, I'm going to say, I don't know that yet. I need to look, what is the action they are doing? Are they joining two things in the problem or three things? Are they joining something together? You're also going to be talking about subtraction, the three types of subtraction: takeaway, comparing, and part whole. So these 4 posters should be up in your room, and every time you solve a word problem and get to the plan portion to draw your strip diagram, you're going to ask students, am I doing a part whole problem? Is this a comparing problem? Or am I just joining two things together? Or is it just a takeaway problem? So those are your action posters. We do not talk to students about keywords at all. If they come to you with keyword understandings, as some teacher in the past taught them keywords, you have to break them of the habit. Validate. I understand you think that this might be a addition problem based on the word total, but other operations can also have problems where it's they ask for the total of this, the total difference, that sort of thing. So we're not looking at keywords. We're going to focus on actions. You have to retrain them for that. All right. Students in fourth grade have to represent problems in 2 ways. They have to represent them with a strip diagram. So let's talk about the strip diagrams. Addition strip diagram, this is one of them here, where they're given the parts, but they, oh, sorry, wrong strip diagram. This is a addition strip diagram, so they're given the parts, but they do not know the total. So this is one type of strip diagram they can do. They may also see it, you can have them draw it in the rectangle as well. Where the important thing in an addition strip diagram, though, is to make sure that the parts are unequal and it's representative of the amounts that are in the problem. Okay, so that's your addition part whole strip diagram, either this way or this way. In a word problem, when they write the equation in fourth grade, they have to put the variable variable in. Instead of a box, they have to be able to put the variable in for the problem. Okay? All right, so now let's look at a part whole model or part whole model for subtraction. So I have my total. I have a part, but I do not know the other part. Once again, I can draw this in a rectangle, and I can also do the expression or equation with the variable. Then we have the comparison model. The comparison model is a subtraction model as well, where they draw two bars, one bar for one amount, another bar for another amount, and they're either looking for the difference, or in this situation they told them how many more dogs there were than cats, so they are then looking for how many cats there were. So we were doing this comparison model of subtraction. All right, the last thing I want to remind you about is make sure that you're varying the type of word problems that you're asking. So we've given this page out several times. We've had it on the newsletter for several years, but if you need another copy, it's under Cognitively Guided Instruction Problem Types, and you'll find it there. But it talks to you about making sure that you are asking those result unknown, change unknown, start unknown problems. So you're varying the type of problems that you are asking students in the classroom, that you're not always asking them for just the result unknown. So as you give students test quizzes or practice problems, look to see which type of problems that you are giving them. All right, that's the end of this video. We will see you next time.